Hi and good morning, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy Sunday morning to join me. I really appreciate it. If you're anything at all like myself, you're fresh out of a real restful Saturday night sleep because what you did last night was just real chill. You feel me? I got acquainted with a new show on Hulu called The Clients List, starring none other than Jennifer Love Hewitt, who, by the way, is obviously one of the best looking women on this planet. So I'm just saying, shout to Jennifer Love Hewitt. I've had a crush on you for like 30 years, so I don't know. I'm single. Anything going on with you? Anyways, what a joke. I'm a joke. And so I do want to talk to you guys about the dangers of middle people and to be wary of them. So, all right, if you didn't know, we live in America, most of you that are watching this, although I do get a lot of people that watch in Russia. So, shout out to my Russian fan base. I've said nothing but good things about that country, and in fact, we all have something to learn from Vladimir Putin. I mean, with all good intents and purposes, obviously there's some real strong feelings I have towards their lack of progress as it concerns the recognition of LGBTQ plus and so forth, and the idea that it's like some sort of a sin over there to like another dude or for a woman to like another woman. Oh God, help us. Or like, a woman wanting to be a dude or a dude wanting to be a man. I mean, whatever. We live in 2025. Take your pick. It's all good. So this is about middle people, okay? And okay, so here's the thing. Link in the description below, and that's what kind of got me inspired to talk about this. It's an un-American thing. It's actually super Japanese, and I encourage you all to read this article because Japan is like in the 23rd century, so their problems are problems the whole world will have in the upcoming future. And so like right now, delivery drivers for popular service apps are being middle peopled by IRL interactions with other people that pay them on the side to put a link in their apps so that they can gather the data that is being amassed or aggregated from just that transaction. So, I mean, in and of itself, it's nothing shady. I mean, right? Because we all have within our possession the most sophisticated surveillance. I mean, the most sophisticated communication tool in the known world, right? So, I mean, we already have to deal with scrupulous dealings that we have no idea that go on, like TOS and TOC, terms of service, terms of contact, terms of, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, terms of service, the TOS, right? I don't think TOC is a thing. But Tournament of Champions, that is a thing. It's an extemporaneous event that I am a proud champion of. TOC, Tournament of Champions, extemp, look it up. Anyways, right, so like the idea that middle people, like actual people, so that's like you come to my crib, you're a DoorDash delivery driver, and I'm some computer guy that's doing questionable things with data. And so you come to my crib and I'm like, "Hey, you want to make a little extra money on the side, Johnny?" And I'm like, "I'll give you 20 bucks. You just drop my food off. Do you mind following this link so that I can collect the very same data that who knows how many people are collecting simultaneously IRL as I make this transaction?" And so my question is that in and of itself sounds shady? You feel me? That sounds like something you probably wouldn't consent to do, but we do consent to do these very things with just the utilization of certain apps. We go through great lengths to circumvent our IPs. There's all of these different, there's whole entire industries that are based upon the idea that you're not safe anywhere. You're not safe outside, you're not safe on the computer, you're just, this world, man, is a very dangerous place, and you need to be scared of it. But so, the thing is like, alright, I don't see why people can recognize that for what it is, and then while at the same time other data mining brokers are like shamelessly collecting all of our data nefariously for who knows what reason. And that's the other thing is like, okay, so we all understand that we're being middle peopled into selling our entire physical existence for a digitized sort of footprint, if you will, so that we can accurately predict and control human beings. I mean, what's the end game here? I mean, we have to think about things logically, and I feel like that's a perfect way to address the idea that we're not all just guinea pigs in some grand experiment that all the tech bros like Sam Altman and Elon Musk want and need you to believe that we live in. So I'm just saying that I don't feel like having a middle person for anything in life in most cases is good, and in the cases that it is good, it's absolutely needed. So some good examples of middle people: unions, right? Because human beings without supervision, we know, exploit people. And so it takes a team of homo sapiens to ensure that no other single other homo sapien is getting too cray cray. Forgive my millennial dialogue. I'm just saying that, like, that's how the world is. And I just feel like it's odd that we support all of these industries, again, knowing in the back of our mind exactly what goes on, but yet fail to recognize that good examples of middle people are the good examples that we don't want to let in our lives, like unions, right? And I just got away from that quick sidebar because I forgot what I was talking about. But unions are good examples of middle people, okay? They ensure that workers' rights are collectively agreed upon through collective bargaining agreements. And it, again, makes for a more vibrant and safe workplace, okay? So without the supervision is more of like a quid pro quo, everyone in it all for themselves. The quid pro quo being if you succeed, you make a ton of money, and that may or may not be at the cost of one or many other people's safety, but hey, like it's cheaper than having to do things the right way because, oh boy, once we play by rules, it becomes very expensive. Unions, in and of itself, taking care of people is very expensive, as it should be. It should rightfully be the most expensive expenditure on any bottom line business sheet. I mean, I'm not an accountant. I'm just saying that, like, the very thought that we need to cheap or that we can possibly cheap on human capital is probably the most misleading concept that we have now come akin to beginning to realize or conceptualize here in the beginning part of the middle 21st century. And so, another good example of a middleman would be somebody that is a diplomat. I mean, in a larger existential sense, people like the Italian mob have successfully been able to broker all kinds of different things within the modern world, and all of which because it is a very effective system when it needs to be. Not everyone can speak for everyone, and the people that are chosen to communicate messages and be a service provider by having a mutual acquaintance. I mean, this goes to the idea that while any boomer, X, or millennial, alpha, or Gen Z is on Facebook, we feel just a little more safe when we have a mutual friend. We're like, who is to blame for this friend suggestion? Oh, that guy I haven't talked to in 6 years. At least there's some connection here, And so that's how important mutual connections are, and moreover, that's how important the very limited space of middle people activities, that's as far as it can take us, diplomacy and the protection of human capital. These are two very large things, but nonetheless, I just think that I don't feel like it's any different. I don't feel like it feels different, but it's not any different. And in fact, it's just, I think, more recognized that the more middle people in our lives, the more costly it is, and the more ineffective any sort of working, functioning kind of solution can be achieved. And I truly mean this. It's just sort of like the whole drop shipping concept. Why on earth would you buy something from a seller for 10 times the amount when you can just go on to one of the websites that, proudly support human exploitation in all different parts of the Xinjiang province where the Uyghurs people live and so forth, like when you buy from Temu or Alibaba, or it's just, again, like, if you wanted to, is it like a conscious decision that we make? You can buy things from them directly way cheaper than you can, if like you're going through a third party site, or you're wondering if Amazon has the best available deal for you when it's just a bunch of random people all throughout the country buying things from another website that then sell it to you and keep the difference in profit, and something goes wrong, send it back to Amazon. It's all a Ponzi scheme anyway. Amazon has never made any actual money. And so, anyways, I mean, who am I to say any of these things? I'm just nobody. I'm talking to myself on a very low quality, terrible camera, by the way. And so I'm really trying in my life now to improve all kinds of different things, you feel me? And obviously, including like the way that I'm seen on the internet, because for far too long, I think I've been a little bit too shameless as to like my physical presentation. I mean, I'm not trying to knock it out the park as if it's possible. I'm just trying to simply be a little more professional. And I can't do that if I have a phone that like looks like it just got ran over. I love this phone, by the way. I mean, this has been a journey, and so I hope that you guys have a really awesome Sunday. I have to work today in a few hours, and I have some oatmeal on the stove right now, so I got to get back to that. But I'm just saying that we should really beware and weary of middle people, because I'm not sure that they always have our best interests at heart. And I feel like we really need to pick and choose the middle people that we want to have in our lives. And I feel like diplomats and unions aren't bad things to keep around, while the rest of everyone else that wants to make a dime from, 5 rows over from the same transaction. I mean, Honey? Does anyone know about Honey and PayPal and affiliate market links and how much money they've stole? I don't know. Is anyone suing these guys? Anyways, I hope that you guys have a really good day. Thanks for watching my show. Bye.